What's up guys, it's ripzee here, and welcome to a Minecraft video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to PvP, so just telling you all the tricks and tactics I use and just how to do it. We'll get right into the video. First, I'm just going to tell you how, and then I may give you a few examples on how you, like how it looks when you're doing it, and how it's done, okay? So I'll see you there. Hey guys, we're back, and here I'm just going to show you, how to do it. So basically, what's behind this, how to PvP, is when you hit someone, you want to W tap right before you hit them, which is taking your finger off of W and then putting it back on really fast. And it does extra knockback, because see, so if I go, see how much knockback it's doing? Yeah. But see, if you don't do that, it keeps doing less and less knockback because you're not resetting your sprint. See, he'll be taking barely any knockback soon, like that. You see. But if you keep W tapping, he keeps taking lots of knockback. Now, how this works is when you unhold W and then put it on right before you hit them, it resets your sprint, and that resets your knockback and makes it so you have the biggest amount of knockback possible. So as long as you are always W tapping, you'll keep getting lots of knockback. And why you want knockback is basically, so why you want knockback is if you're going up here and you're gonna hit them, okay, you just hit them, and they were trying to hit you too. Imagine that. But since I was standing right here, and I used to be able to hit them, but you see I can't hit them anymore. Well, when you hit them, knock them out of the range. When they try to hit you back, they can't because they're not in range. But then you come in range again, and do knockback again, and they can't hit you again, but you just hit them again. So you just keep doing that until they die. And that's basically just like how it works. So, see, here it is. And that's like the main tactic. Now, also guys, you want to strafe. So usually you want to reset your sprint and strafe. So, I'll just go like this. See, it's really good. Because strafing, it makes it harder for people to aim at you, so you'll be getting more hits, and they won't be getting as much because you're making it hard for them to hit you. There's many different types of strafes, but I like just going back and forth like this. I think it's very, very good. So that's strafing. Now there's one other thing. You can do this sometimes if the person's stuck in a corner or something. If you jump and then hit, you see those little stars that are coming out of him? It means I did more damage. So when you jump, as you're coming down, if you hit them as you're coming down, it does more damage, and it's called a crit hit. And see, I'll be killing this zombie way faster. Yeah. See, I wouldn't have killed him that fast if I hadn't been critting. One other thing I need to show you is if we get out one of these. Sometimes if you're just stuck, you know how you can hit things normally, okay? But also, if you don't know, blocking in Minecraft makes it so the person who's hitting you doesn't do as much damage. But you can also block hit by pressing the hit and the block button at the same time. So it makes the person who's hitting you do less damage, and you also keep hitting. So you can just do that like this. It also does more knockback, because when you do this, when you block it, you are resetting your sprint. Now, sometimes, you know how I told you to W tap? Well, that's just my way, but you can also just block it in the middle of a fight. Here, I'm just gonna, dang it, I'll use a villager. But yeah, so you can also just block. I can't do it with a villager. No, why? Creeper then. Okay, so you're in the middle of a fight, and bam, you just reset your sprint. So I'd say to block it, you block it right after you hit something, and it does more knockback. So basically, you're just gonna wanna hit something and then block it. and it does more knockback. Now, you can do both W tapping and block hitting. I usually do W tapping, but depending on the situation, sometimes I do block hitting because it does a lot of knockback super easy. So that's about it. Now I'll give you some examples of how it looks. Okay guys, so we're here on Badline, and I'm just gonna show you 1 or 2 rounds of me strafing and yeah, just W tapping and overall. So again, I just want to remind you, you W tap right before you hit the person and it does more knockback. That's just it. And then strafing. So yeah, usually PvP is just a combination of strafing and a sprint reset tactic like block hitting or W tapping. You can also like crouch, but I don't really like that, and I don't think it's super good to reset your sprint, but you know. Okay, I'm just gonna go in here. This guy doesn't look like, see, look at how much knockback I'm doing. Okay, you see? See, I'm getting more hits than this guy. He's gonna back up. You know, this guy's a little bit scared right now, so I'm just gonna, you know, he gave up. Okay, that was a pretty good example. One other thing I want to make sure that you guys all know is hold your sprint key. I've set that to shift, but it's normally control. When you hold that and you press W, you're instantly sprinting. And look, your sprint can't stop. It can't be stopped if you accidentally bump into a block. If you get hit, your sprint doesn't stop, and that's just common knowledge, but some of you might not know that. Double tapping the W key is not the way to go. Just hold Control and W, or you can reset it like I have here. Control the sprint key, where is it? See, it's right here. I have it to shift and shift to control. And that's just what I like to do. But yeah, you hold that in W and you just got it. I'll show you one more round of me PvPing, and then we'll be all good. Okay, the round isn't going. It should go in just a second. But I guess I'll just use this time to tell you a little bit. Yeah, just a reminder, W tap before you hit them, and block hit after you hit them. And sometimes you can combine them and be really good. These PvP tactics work for like any style of PvP, pot PvP, soup PvP, and just normal PvP like I'm doing here. But yeah, so you can pretty much use them for anything, and it's really effective. One thing about, like, you want a good click speed when you're PvPing. Mine's okay. It's not like the greatest or anything, but you know, at least like I try to make it better. This guy is not the best at PvP, but that's okay. So yeah, you want a good click speed. Click speed is pretty important. Even though Minecraft can only register a certain amount of hits per second, but right when you get in range, you're going to hit them because your click speed's pretty high. So you just want to make sure that you have a good click speed. Like 6 at least. Some people, like 9's pretty good. Some people can get up to like 12, and I cannot do that. Yeah. But yeah, click speed's pretty important. If you have hotkeys, like I use my mouse buttons a little and my keyboard, but basically there's numbers on the top of your keyboard, as you probably all know. If you press that, it goes to a certain slot in your inventory, so you can just press those keys, or you can like change them in controls. See right here, to different things. I've got like 5 to F. And I kind of use my mouse a little. One thing I do recommend for you guys to do is toggle perspective. When you're being chased, you can just go like this. Basically, it's usually you press F5, but I've set that to R. And if you want to do that, all you gotta do is go into controls and toggles perspective. Yeah, right here. Just set it to R. And that's pretty much it. There's probably a few more things, but pretty much you know the basis of everything and how to do it. Hopefully after you've watched this video, you've gotten a little bit better at PvP. There's one thing I want to show you though, is as you guys probably all know, you need to aim in PvP. Like with the crosshair in the middle of your screen, you need to be good at aiming. So if you ever want to practice that, I suggest playing Gapple PvP, because it's just straight up like, I'm not gonna do it because they're super long fights, but basically it's just you, normal PvP. I mean, you get speed and stuff with god apples and you just keep hitting them, and it's all about aim. So if you play that for a little bit, you'll get better at aim. That's what I did. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. You're possibly better at PvP now. And if you could leave a comment saying that this helped you, that would mean a lot, because I want to know if this guide has helped you at all. But otherwise I'll see you guys later. Bye! ripzee out.